Hi YouTubers, this is a video on a Ferrocerium rod and a small axle blade, which I find this is better than my knife, but I wanted to put together a small video on some of the materials we can use for fire lighting, whether you're out in the bush or bushcrafting or just out for a bit of a walk. That's entirely up to you. So one of the most favourite ones, I believe, is birch bark, and I thought I'd just show you how we whatever you say it is, process this. And I'm going to do a zoom in so you can have a good look, not watching me, just going to watch what I do. Okay, so there's a bit of an art to it. Okay, so I'll get this zoomed in. Okay, so it's got to be nice and dry. We need to scrape a good load of tinder off the top. Careful with your knife, this is a little Gerber. It's extremely sharp. Birch bark is, I think, one of the most favourite fire lighting materials you can get. It's very available in Britain, of course. Dead standing's the best. Take a knife, take a bit of bark off it, and it contains natural tar, so when you do get it ignited, it does go quite well. Let's see how that goes like. The Ferrocerium rod is quite a simple thing to use, but you've got to get the knack and not be scared of the sparks. I've been teaching my granddaughter a bit. I've got a few little bits of, if you can see that, birch bark that I've gathered as well for ignites. So the art is, be confident, get your Ferrocerium rod right on top of the birch bark, get a little tinder box together, a little box pile. Okay, I tend to use the bladed end because it does sort of get a good shower of sparks, and I find the flat end here is very good for actually directional. It'll throw more sparks forward than rather just widespread, but we'll see. I tend to rough off some flint first off the Ferrocerium into the bundle. Hope you can see that okay. And then I'll go for ignition. So you have to be firm with this, okay? There we go. Because it contains natural tar, it does burn exceptionally well. I have a little bowl here that I use for safety. As you can see, put a bit more bark, and it does burn beautifully. This birch bark is excellent. Brilliant. That's number one. Okay. Number two, you could actually use is any bits of leaves or grass that you come across. If you can't find a nice piece of bark to get the birch bark to get the powder off, make it into a small kindling thing. So anything like grass, dry grasses that you find or anything, they should take a spark as well quite nicely. You'd have to, like same as what we did with the birch, put a few things into it first, a few flints. There we go again. It's not as good as birch bark, but once it ignites, you can, like I said, put a bit more on top. But that's another one. Burns quite nicely, and you've got enough flame, enough heat there to actually start a fire. As long as the conditions are right, of course, as well, and it's not pouring down with rain and blowing a gale, which will make life a little bit more difficult. Okay, anything you can find in your pockets, bits of old paper, stuff like that, that'll work as well. Okay, number two. Okay, number 3. You wouldn't have this readily available. You can make these if you're going off somewhere and take them with you. These are cotton buds soaked in Vaseline. These are absolutely fantastic firelighters. Okay, just soaked it in Vaseline. Okay, spread it. And these do take a spark exceptionally well. You can actually spark these from a distance, I believe. So we'll give that a go. This time I'll use the Ferrocerium rod with the flat end of the blade to throw the spark forward. Okay, this just takes a bit of practice. Instant. That is a brilliant firelighter. Like I said, you've got to prepare it and take it with you. Okay, it's not something you would find, alright? All I'm showing you is ways to light a fire using a Ferrocerium rod and some of the materials that are not at hand, but that you can either find out there or you can actually take with you. And this is one of the best for, you know, you're going to get a flame with this, and it burns quite well, as you can see. This is quite a favourite one when I'm using my gasifier stove. I tend to put all my tinder in first, and then I light this on top, and then it burns down, and that's when the gasifier starts. It really works really well. If you check my other videos, you will see that we're in progress. Okay, the next one we're going to do is, it's called fat wood, and I'll just go and get some and I'll show you how I prepare it and how I light that. Thanks. Okay, the next one is fat wood. Okay, fat wood is dried wood that is full of resin, or whatever you want to call it, pitch, whatever they call it, heavily impregnated with it. Very, very good for lighting fires. That's my phone, so hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. What I tend to do with this is either use the back of a knife or the blade itself to get some very, very fine kindling off it. And this will light really extremely. It smells beautiful. I'll just keep doing this till I get a bit of a bundle together. And I'll take some small. This piece is really impregnated with it, so it's quite hard. You can see it's just coming off beautifully, and then some bigger pieces. Okay. Usually found in the stumps of pine trees, dead of course, and then you just can harvest it. Very good. It's like a beautiful smell. That should be enough. This should take like I said, a spark as well. So we'll give it a go. Back of my knife now is all gunged up with this, like a resin. So come that together. Okay. I don't want to set my garage on fire, that's all. That's why I've got this. This is really sticky. So, okay, fat wood. Alright. Actually contains, I think I read on it, resin which contains terpene. Terpene, which is the main compound of turpentine. So, let's see if I can just get this to go straight away with some big sparks. There we go. A bit difficult in this metal tray, it seems to bounce around a lot. Yep, burns beautifully, as you can see. And then you've got enough time then, you could whack on some birch bark if you've got it, or some more resin. I've got some small, which I've harvested, some very, very small, you can see, resin sticks as well, which you could put some more of them on. I mean, these ignite exceptionally easily, you can see. See, I just touched it and away she goes. I've got the camera on zooming because I don't actually want to zoom in on me, I just want to zoom in what we're doing. So I'll zoom out a little bit. Okay, it's out, over the flames, straight away, ignites. I don't want to use it all up because I love this stuff. Okay, I think that's number 4, is it? Or number 5, number 4. Okay, I could keep going forever, but I'm going to do one more, and I'm not too keen on this stuff. It's alright. This is it teasel? Anybody knows? Let me know. It's just a reed. But I found with this, you'll need extra fuel to get it going. It does come apart quite nice. It's got to be dry as well. We found this at my local reservoir just down the road, and I said to my wife, "Oh, I'm going to get some of that and give it a go." So I don't think it's that. It's all right, but in conjunction with, I'll give it a spark and see what happens. I'm not over confident on this one. I think it needs extra fuel with it, maybe some paper. Not really. No, not that impressed, I must admit. I suppose you could use it, like I said, in conjunction. This is extra fuel on top of what you've got. I mean, it probably would go if you've got enough in it. I'll see if I can throw some sparks in there. Get a few of them in there, hold on. Get some heat. What I'm doing, I'm scraping it very gently so it doesn't ignite on the Ferrocerium rod. And now, just chuck that in there. Nah. I actually saw a YouTube clip on this before, and someone was using it, and they said they weren't impressed with it. Get some heat in there. Good to experiment though. Good to experiment. Very fluffy. Hope this helps. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want to do. Subscribe. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. I'm going to start having a go. I can zoom out a bit. I have just acquired, well, not acquired this, I went and got this is a bow. So bow drilling. I'm going to have a go at making a fire using the bow drill. This is a piece of hazel which I've debarked. This is green. What this is green, and a bit of cord. And I've actually got my bearing block as well. Just to put the weight on the top to put pressure on the stick. And I've had a little go with these. So the next video I do will be doing a friction fire, and because I'm a beginner at the friction fire, it'll be everything from start to finish, all my failures as well. So that might be something to look out for if you're interested. Okay, thanks for watching.